most broken people. Can be great leaders.
His people did not call him general or king. They called him Kukulkan, the feather serpent god. Killing him will risk eternal war.
He's coming for the surface world.
We know what you whisper. They have lost their protector. Now is our time to strike. Show them who we are.
What's up, my friends, and welcome back to another episode. We got upcoming movies in this one, and you knew I wasn't gonna let this roll without giving some kind of reaction to Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, which is scheduled to come out next month. Get your tickets right now because this movie's gonna be all that and more. So it's amazing to see what they're doing with the continuation of the story in lieu of Chadwick Boseman not being there. Let's jump to the end here and let's address some things right here, right? Number one, we finally get a better vision, a better view of the new Black Panther, who, in my opinion, this almost certainly is Letitia Wright. I cannot imagine that Shuri is not going to be the one to take over the role. The only other person I could possibly think this to be would be Michael Cohen's character. But I don't see that either. But here we have it. You can see that it's just a really, really nice visual of her falling in out of the sky. Just from the body image and stuff like that. Like, this is a very lithe character, a very, you look at those arms and you tell me that this isn't Letitia Wright, probably well, it might not necessarily be her fully queued up in a suit, but this has got to be Letitia Wright to me. It's hard for me to digest and believe that this would not be Letitia Wright. This is 100% in my mind. Sure, you'd have to do a lot to convince me otherwise. We get a little bit more of Namor in here. There's some really, really cool scenes. I'm loving that they're still paying honor and respect to Chadwick Boseman, and they're doing it within the story. I think that in and of itself alone is amazing. Another reason why I think that is going to be Letitia Wright, who's going to be Chadwick Boseman, who's going to be the replacement for Black Panther. A, it's already been done in the comic books, right? So there's some turnover there. But B, we know that the flower that they basically use to get these powers from is no longer available to them inside the Marvel Cinematic Universe's story. So I think that's why we're seeing a little bit difference in terms of the costume. And I feel like this is going to be pushed that, instead of having the powers of the Black Panther that's awarded to the Black Panther from Bast, the Panther God, I think that these are going to be powers that are ascribed to the character through technology with Shuri more than it is going to be anything else. So I think that she's going to be probably making herself a suit in that regard. Here we have the Chadwick Boseman homage. And then here we get this nice view of Huerta's character, basically Namor. The thing that I really like about this story is that I feel like this movie is going to be 2 hours plus long. It's going to be way too long for it to just simply be a story about Wakanda versus the Atlantean Empire, who is now taking this new facelift, right? Especially with scenes like this where we see the boat scene, right? This is obviously not someone from Atlantis, and you can see the boat is happening. I still believe that this is likely, more than likely, this is looking to be Atlanteans storming this vessel. And I think this is going to be the precursor to the war that's going on, because I think the people within the boat are actually going to be, let me backtrack here. So I think part of what the story is going to be is that there's going to be some kind of centerpiece here, right? Where you basically have the Wakandans being utilized by the Americans or NATO, whatever you want to call them, in order to spur a war, right? Basically, I think there's going to be some kind of confusion, and there's going to be some nation state building stuff. If you don't know what that is, go look it up on Wikipedia and Google. I'm sorry about that. Go look it up on Wikipedia. That shit scared the hell out of me. My phone just went off for no reason. Go look it up on Wikipedia and get yourself some information about it, right? But basically, you get some nation state building that's probably going to really be happening here. And it's kind of keen on a part that Angela Bassett's character, basically the queen, says in here. I know what you're thinking. We hear the whispers. Their protector is gone. And you think we're weak, right? And that goes to the point, though, too, right? Is that I think that there's some internal conflict, especially here with M'Baku, where they know about the Atlanteans, and you can see, you know, M'Baku's meeting with these people, with the Wakandans, to basically talk about the power of this king, right? You know, we can't just kill him, because if we kill him, this will be eternal war between us, right? This is not these people's king. This is not these people's general. This is these people's God. And you can't take away somebody's God and expect them to just be like, we've seen wars fought longer than that, right? So I feel like there's going to be a lot there. And you can see here, this is why I think you see Mikola Konit's character here, and she's aboard like what looks like to be a ship. Here, you get this nice visual of what appears to be like maybe the initial attack on Wakanda, and you can see this is Namor in the window, and it's the queen, and we see Ironheart's character sitting right over here. So this is probably her visit. You know that's going to be there. This is a really cool scene inside there, right? So we can see Mikola Cohen's character fighting here. This is just awesome little bits, and we see this invasion. It looks like, now the weird part is I don't remember Wakanda sitting on a beach like that. I thought it was inland Africa, but whatever. So you see them basically, it looks like an invasion there. I'm not exactly sure how this scene is going to play out, but the important part for this scene is the introduction of probably what is going to be Riri Williams, Ironheart's character, because in the back here, you almost see like this Hulkbuster looking armor. It's going to appear again here. You see this flooding attack that's happening. We saw that in the previous trailer, right? And the whole, this part is just cool, seeing that different. I never expected the movement to be like that, but it's almost like he's stepping through the skies. Kind of cool. But you see Riri Williams there building something, and this looks to be like her Hulkbuster, her iron suit, you know, that she's building there. So I feel like there's going to be more there to that story between Riri Williams and Shuri's character, in terms of like having some kind of sisterly bond. And then, you know, at some point in the movie, you're going to have Shuri take over the role of Black Panther and become the protector of Wakanda. Either way, I think this is going to end up being a nation state building kind of movie between the Wakandans, NATO allies, or whatever you want to call them, the UN forces, Americans, whatever they are, right? And the Atlanteans. And at some point in the movie, the script is going to flip, where you're going to probably have the Atlanteans and the Wakandans fighting together. That's going to be my thought. I really am amped about this movie. I can't wait to see it in theaters. Let me guys know in the comment section what you think. Until next time, peace.